Good morning, my siblings. I thought I would do a little bit of a garden tour since I haven't done one in a while. So there's the asparagus. Some of them we're still harvesting. Some of them we're letting them grow up. We've got dahlias down at the end that are getting big. This is our rhubarb, which we harvested and made jam. And now it's just growing back like crazy. And yes, those are blackberries, which is hilarious. But the thing that I think is actually really interesting down here is huckleberries. And I've never grown them. I've got some tomatoes and stuff. Never grown them before. But these are huckleberry plants, and they have little flowers on them, and they will get little huckleberries. There's the dahlia. And this row, I had cabbage, and I've harvested almost everything. I've got some beets down at the end. I've got one cabbage there that I'm going to harvest, and then I've got one Savoy cabbage, which is so beautiful, but that head is only about 4 inches in diameter. So down this row, this is the trellis row. In this row, I have some peppers, and they are starting to set fruit, and my sweet onions, which are really bulbing, and we've pulled a few out, and then some banana peppers, and then cucumbers, and I've gotten like 2 cucumbers so far. I don't think I'm a very good cucumber grower. And then down here, the end of this bed is flowers and parsley and some beets and some peppers, and there's some gladiolas coming up. And then this is my tomato row, and this is all Romas and Sweet 100s. And I've been picking tomatoes, and so they are definitely getting ripe. And it's just loaded with fruit. And then down here at the end, I have flowers again. And so there's the other side of the tomato row. So that's kind of the kitchen garden. My strawberries, which we've been eating strawberries. Here is some lettuce I just planted, and my celery, which I'm kind of excited about. Radishes are done, and now I've got carrots in here. And then out here is the long row, and I have flowers and artichokes in the front, and some squash and some beans, sunflowers, eggplant, a whole bunch of onions, and a bunch of beets that are coming up. And then my trellised tomato, which I have my first San Marzanos that are starting to blush. And so I'm starting to get fruit on all of my tomatoes out here now, even my big heirlooms, which is kind of exciting. They're small, but they're there, so I'm excited. And there's my peppers, which we are getting peppers off of. And then I've got potatoes, which are doing really good. My garlic is doing good. It's getting scapes. And then there's my squash bed, which is, I don't know, not so great. But here's the big exciting news is my high tunnel. And it is almost up. We're putting the door on. We're finishing up the door today. We've got the beds in. I planted corn at that end in that big bed. And so that's kind of what we're working on. And there's my chickies up there. And they're getting big. And so, I don't know, we got quite a bit of food in here. We'll see what happens.